I'm in a restaurant called Immigrants here in Singapore, which serves a selection of fusion foods, and it seems an appropriate place to meet with Singapore's former ambassador to Russia, who for the last 8 years has brought some of Russia's wealthiest oligarchs and businessmen to the city-state to explore business opportunities at the crossroads. Now, Michael Tay, tell us a little bit about the Russia-Singapore Business Forum and what brought it about.
When I first started the Russia-Singapore Business Forum, it was a difficult proposition because Russia being the biggest country in the world, with all the resources in the world, pairing with a small city-state like Singapore with no resources, I think it's almost an unnatural alliance. The stereotype of Russia is far too prevalent in the media, in the Western media especially. So Singapore businessmen who read the newspapers would think of Russia as cold, as hostile, corrupt, full of KGB types. And I think that was a big problem for me. And instead of bringing Singapore companies to Russia, I decided I'll bring Russia to Singapore. And that was the start of the Russia-Singapore Business Forum.
So why hold this forum in Singapore? What's the significance of it?
The forum now has become the only international forum where large numbers of Russians congregate each year to meet. Singapore, in a way, is a safe place to meet. A Russian from Siberia finds it easier to meet a good Russian from Moscow in Singapore than to meet him in Moscow. I think that is the magic formula of Singapore.
Syria has been in the headlines for weeks now, so will that likely be a theme at this Russian forum?
I think it will not be a theme, but it will be the backdrop. So Syria will be issues about rising oil prices, instability in the region. So what should businesses do to reposition themselves, to look for new markets, to look for new niche in industries? And I think that's what makes the Business Forum constantly relevant to all the businessmen who come from Russia, all the businessmen who come from Asia.